What's up, guys? Matt at Performance Fab checking in. I'm going to show you this car we kind of been teasing the last few weeks. We built this thing for a buddy of ours, Wade, this 4i coupe. He's just getting it back from the body shop and powder coat, and we're going to be assembling it over the next week or two. And kind of wanted to, I didn't do any coverage on this thing as we were building it because it's been done for a little while, but kind of wanted to show you before we start putting it together what she looks like, and then we'll kind of keep updating it as we go. But let me flip this around and I'll show you what we're working with. Alright, so like I said, it's 4i coupe, all shown at composite panels, 4i front end, hood, doors, deck lid. It's actually got a carbon roof on this one. This was a sunroof car, converted it. We got parts everywhere right now. We've been unloading everything, trying to lay out all the parts and see what we need to do, but this thing is pretty gorgeous. These guys did an awesome job painting it and powder coating it. The Batiste wheels on the front, spindle mount with the strange stuff. We did a 25-2 double frame rail. It's 4-link chassis, stock front suspension, and I'll show you all that stuff as we go. But just kind of give you a little idea. So we hadn't really put anything on this car. We just got it out of the trailer just a little while ago. Powder coat looks awesome. Cadillac gray. But yeah, she's 4-link nickel bars. We did a floater for it. She is on a 315 right now. Probably going to end up going to a 275 eventually. He was a big tire guy. We won't hold that against him, but I had to bring him down slowly. Get him on the 315 first, then we'll go to the 275 next. But yeah, just what color is this, Wade? Performance blue. Performance blue. She looks good though. You guys did an awesome job painting this thing. But yeah, we got to get all the fasteners in, everything changed out. Get all that stuff right. This car is completely done. We just got to really assemble it all. But I want to keep you guys updated. This big block Chevrolet twin turbo deal, I've posted pictures of it, but as we go along, I'll kind of keep updating. We're getting a little somewhere on this car. Been trying to slowly get some of this stuff together. There's a lot of prep work after you get one of these back from powder coat. Still working on getting everything fit the way we need to. Got the pedals somewhat in there. It was a McAmis kit. We got to get the master cylinder hung back in. Get all that hooked back up. But yeah, we just did some McAmis adjustable pedal kit. We nickel plated them. Let's see. Stabbed the engine in here this morning. Got the headers on. Slowly trying to get the turbo kit back together. A couple more hours and I'll have most of this stuff back on the front. It's coming along though. It's going to be an awesome looking ride. Power big block, tall deck boy. She got some big FIS on her. Either 94s, maybe 98s. I'm not sure, one of the two. I'm excited to see this thing all together. It's gonna look sweet. Get this other turbo. That's what I'm having to put. So these got heat coated. Jake at Tinsley custom coatings, but so I'm having to put the turbines back on and try to get all of that clock back in the right way. That's what makes it take a little bit longer the first go around, because just getting the orientation, everything back to where it was, everything fitted back to the same place, and then once we get all that locked back in, it'll go on and off faster the next time. But we're getting there. We are back on Wade's car doing a few little updates. I've been trying to chip away at this thing. I haven't been able to put as much time into it as I want. He's came up a couple couple weekends and kind of help do some little stuff. He's very capable auto mechanic, so obviously he likes to do this kind of stuff and see this, so he's been helping me on the weekends kind of do some of the little stuff, and I've been putting him to work on some of the tedious work of swapping out like fasteners, stuff that's held on, that like the hood's held on to the front, the one-piece front end, all that stuff's in the trailer right now. Stuff you really wouldn't think would take as much time as it does, as simple as swapping out hardware to the right hardware, or the final hardware. Even so, like on the windows, the Lexan, we just had it all Clecoed up, went to the body shop, it was everything was mounted and done. Had to countersink the holes in the Lexan and then put the black countersink bolts in, which, mind you, I had to find the box somewhere, but that stuff costs a lot. All these little things is what kills you on finishing cars. Like, I have $600 worth of black, 6s, 632s, 1032s, different odds and ends from the last order I bought. All that kind of stuff. And obviously it's not all going on this car. I made sure I had plenty for this one and anything coming up after it. But that kind of stuff just eats up so much time. I think on the windows, I don't know exactly, once I get those back out, and you'll see how all that stuff looks and fits. But when he was doing that the other day, I think he ended up having an hour and a half in countersinking and bolting just the windows on, you know what I mean? And then same for the front, probably another hour and a half on getting the hardware in the front end and these little things here and there. So I've just been trying to get everything back on it. We kind of mocked this thing up pretty much to completion. I mean, obviously there's not 100% done when we build it. Like, I still got to do the brake lines and the fire system lines, and I'll show you the fire bottle and kind of the idea on some of that. And that's what some of, like, the two holes in the firewall are for the nozzles. I'll get those plugged in tomorrow. But got most of the engine and turbo stuff back on. Only thing we don't have, I got to put the wastegates back on and the downpipes back on, but I was trying to just get all the main stuff mocked back up because I needed, we already had mounted the fuel pump before it left, everything cleared. I'm trying to find I need a little bit longer belt. So the kit that, I got this from Chris Singleton at Cam Performance. He helps us out on a lot of our fuel system stuff. He actually sent me a whole kit that was made to bolt on a big block Chevrolet, but because we run our crank sensor pickup and all that right here, we had to shift it over. And this engine's already got a external wet sump pump on this side. It was already done like that from Par. So basically just had to slide it over, and the belt he sent was too small. He brought me another one the other day when he picked up something. And then this needs to be about a 1/4 inch longer to be perfect. And then I can finalize and get all that figured out. But you got the pump from him, got the Waterman fuel filter from him, and like, I mean, you see, we've already done all this stuff. So like, we're finishing this car, completely finishing and everything on our end for it to go to Devon. I mean, you see, we got most of the carbon in the back, but anyway, carbon on the side panels. I haven't been done over there just because we got stuff to go in and out still. But like I said, so we mocked all this stuff up, and I got a pretty good idea on how Devon wants to plumb stuff. This car's simple compared to a drag and draft car. So literally, I built the fuel cell. We got a either 16 or 20 AN. I can't remember what we put on it. I can't tell from right here. I put it on the center. So someone's like, why didn't you put it right here? Because the fuel pump's right here. Well, I don't know if you've seen many fittings that are 20 AN or 16 AN. They're pretty big. So we tried to give a little bit of room for Devon to come out, make that run, and get into this pump without killing himself and having 1 inch of hose, because that's such a pain in the butt to try to make a hose where you got something that's that short. So, but that's the idea there. So we're going to plumb out of here, come into there. You'll come out of the filter. We'll probably do an angle one that goes straight to this pump to give us some more space. But it will swing away, and we'll have more space away from the motor plate when he does it. But then we'll literally go from here to end. We'll block the other end. And then we'll come out to here. We'll loop this. So Devon will come feed into here, loop that. And then we'll return from here. So we'll put our regulator directly onto here. Typically, I mean, you can put it here or here. We'll let Devon kind of look at how he wants to play that out. It'll probably go here because it'll be down here out of the way. And just simple. We try to think about these kind of things while we're building cars. I mean, we overlook stuff, and I mean, it's easy to do, but try to do it with forethought of how to make this thing easy to work on, how to make it better for the end user, but also the other people working on the car. So that's just one of the simple plumbing things. I mean, honestly, this thing don't get a whole lot. It gets fuel. I think most of the oil stuff's done. Might have to rework a line or two just from, because most of the stuff Scott's doing is not going in a stock suspension front Mustang. So I feel like we had one line that was kind of near the steering that we're probably going to have to tweak, rework that one. Let's see. Then I got bulkheads coming to go into the firewall for the evac. So it'll be 16 AN to 16 AN into here. Those are coming from Motion. I got those ordered last week, beginning of this, I can't remember, the other day. Just hadn't showed up yet. We'll get those placed. Puke tank's in the back of this car, so we'll go through there. So got most all the carbon in. I still have to, I got the car condom on this thing. Try to keep this thing from getting dusty while we're working on other stuff. Fab shop gets inherently terribly dirty. We got the tubs in. I've got to glue the tubs. So I got everything mocked up carbon wise. Everything is mocked up to hold the tubs in the right place, quarters in the right place. And then tomorrow I'm going to come in. You can see that fit on this one as well, nice and tight. Can't stick your finger in there. These are, you can see it's a good size tub. It's hard to tell exactly, but I think these are 46s. Basically a 10.5 outlaw tire tub. I got to tweak that tub. I can see it's leaning down. I'll get it squared up. These being big, they can flop down a little bit. We'll just have to make sure that's all in the right place before we glue it, and then we'll panel bond to the outside, and then we'll put the rest of this. I'll have to peel the plastic off of these two down here, and then I'll go ahead and get all those fastened in. And then, like I said, the burn down tank is back here. You can kind of see this is the Rock Solid Motorsports. We took it and got anodized. I like to anodize aluminum as much as I can, just less build up. Makes it gets inside and out. Just good for corrosion, but it also looks good. I just set that there to show you. We actually have threaded bungs under the carbon, so that you don't have to do anything. You literally just bolt it down. We will have to make a little hole for the drain, but I put the fire bottle in the very back of this car, and typically we don't do that, but my thought on this thing is this car's going to be nose heavy. A big block's already heavier than a small block. It's got twin turbos on the nose. You don't have much choice on a, so I was trying to use as much weight that we have, just try to get stuff, it's just stuff that's got to be in the car, try to place it in the most important or most beneficial place we can. So we got that. Still got the parachutes all built. It's got dual chutes on it. We got to get all that stuff bolted back on, but I'm going to keep all y'all updated. But I was trying to place this, so like the next big thing for me to do before we can get too far along is I need to plumb the fire system. And I can't remember if I'm going to go this way or that way. That's what I was trying to kind of get an idea, just laying it in there to see. So it's going to plumb all the way up and then come back through. And then obviously I got to do the brake lines, and they'll come to the back. Yeah, just tedious, man. This stuff just eats up so much time. We've done most, like I said, we've fit up everything. Like we got the dash already fit. I've got electronic panels already made for this car. This one does have a dash, and we're running the dash in this car, but it's still going to look really good behind the dash, or with the dash out of it. But hopefully, when I update y'all the next time, we'll have most of this stuff not really finalized, but we'll have, basically I got to get the hard plumbing done on these the fire system and brakes before I go filling in the rest. I got to get it moved over to the lift. We get transmission stuck in it. Already got a drive shaft bought. Got to unwrap the drive shaft enclosure. We built this thing 100%. I got springs in the other day from Landrum. Right now it's just sitting. It's got 1x1 tubing in the back, and I got it on a bump. I don't even have so like I said, I got mincers on the front, mincers on the back. Just hadn't put them on yet. Pretty excited about this car. We've been super busy the last couple weeks, and I've been out of town for a little bit, and So it's been kind of tough to get the time in it that I want to, but after this week, this thing should be extremely close. It is awesome looking. I am so excited and happy with the way this car's turning out. It just looks so good. I'm gonna, after I start laying out the fire system and all that tomorrow, trying to get the lines ran for that. Got a bunch of little bit. He wants carbon tube protectors on stuff, so I got a bunch of those from McAmis the other day. I'm gonna fit those on the doors. We'd already fit carbon on here for both sides, just to kind of cleanly make it look clean. I'm going show car, butt race car on this deal. Trying to make it as nice as possible. And it's gonna be that way. Can't wait to see once Devin gets done with this thing and we get this thing fired up. It'll be awesome, and see this thing come to a local track here soon. But yeah, we built the fuel cell. Pretty simple setup. Got to get the switches on for the headlights. Streetcar, man. Anyway, hope you guys like it. Like I said, I'll probably go ahead and upload piece these few videos together and kind of post this one so you guys can see it. And then as we get more and more done, I'll try to keep updating. So there's a lot of little work, and it eats up a lot of time. We end up with probably a straight time 40 to 60 hours putting this thing back together and doing all the little stuff. Probably more than that, honestly, but pretty good estimate. If we were working on this straight without working on anything else, we'd have probably a solid 2 weeks of all the little stuff, wrapping it all up, putting it back together. Because it's like powder coat. When it comes to powder coat, you just don't go slinging stuff together. You got to drill out all the holes. I like the pedal assemble. We had to do so much work to make those fit just with the powder coat, because they're made to fit so tight already. It's just a little stuff, making sure you got all the right hardware, ordering the right Zeus fasteners. It just really burns up time, but it is awesome seeing them finally come together. So you can see I still got a couple boxes left down here, and I got more to go in it, but that's mostly electronics, and obviously the floater axles. We'll get all that. I'll do most all of that when I get it on the lift, but I'll probably get all the electronics mounted before it comes off of the stands. Brake lines, fire system lines. Try to get most all of the inside of the car done, minus the transmission. Obviously I'll do that when I throw it on the lift. Yeah, she is coming along. She's going to look awesome when we get done. So, until the next one, there's you something to look at.